Okay, part one, we showed you the unboxing and showed you what it was like to get the Kindle up and running. In part two, I showed you a little bit about the case, taking the back off, doing a little bit of web browsing. In this video, we're going to get up a little bit more up close and personal with the Kindle, and we're going to browse a book. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, show you guys how you actually hold it when you're doing some reading, when you're doing some typing, and then we're going to take a look at some documents that I imported. So to do this, I'm going to zoom in and out during this demo, so that we can get the we can zoom in on what it is that you need to see. So the first thing, just to set this up, we are online, and I am on the home screen. And you get to the home screen by pressing the home button. And zoom in here a little bit so you can see that. Okay, so there's the home button, and when you press that, what it does is it takes you to this screen that shows you all of your books. And it also shows you any documents that you've imported as well. I've purchased 3 books and have emailed myself 2 documents that we'll go in and take a look at. So now, the way that you hold it is, I've been holding it a little bit like this as I'm reading, and I just take my hand over here and do the next page. So we have a next page button here, then we have a back button. Zoom in a little bit there. So there's the back button, and this is the button that you use to go to the next page. And then over here on the left side, you have a previous page button that you press like that. That takes you to the previous page. And then go back to the home. I'll show you guys some of that on Google Reader later. We have the next page here, so we have 2 next pages. One on the left for your thumb right there, and then one on the right for your right hand. Now it makes it a little bit challenging holding the document, holding the Kindle, because when you're reading, you just want to be able to hold it like this, and what you'll find is that your hand presses against this edge a lot, and so there's nowhere really comfortable to hold it, except if you know that you're going to be doing reading. You can hold it here and just, in fact, we'll go ahead and launch a book, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. To launch a book, we're doing the scroll button, and if you can see, we have like a reflective indicator light, and I'm going to scroll up here to Quiet Strength by Tony Dungy. And so that the cursor is sitting next to that, so we have an indicator next to the book, and then we have the book name. And then we're going to press that button, and then the book launches. Okay. Now, what you end up with is a lot of hyperlinks on here, and you can scroll through them. If I can zoom in a little tighter here. So there's all the hyperlinks for the table of contents, and what you're doing is you are using the select key to navigate where you want to go. So let's go ahead and go to chapter 1 called Tampa Rain, and we'll select that by pressing the scroll button. Okay, so here's the viewing, and on the keyboard we can set the font size, so we can change the fonts to something bigger. So if you have a hard time reading small text, you can press that button and then change your text to be a bigger size. So we'll go up to number 5 here. And then you'll see the text has gotten all bigger. Now I personally like my text a little bit smaller than that, so we'll just change the fonts down a little bit here to maybe like number 4. Okay. That does make it a little bit easier to read on the video camera, so I'll just leave it a little bit bigger. So, you know, you're reading, and you know, you're just reading the page along, and you press this for next page, or you can press that for next page, and you'll notice that the screen flashes. That's actually kind of aggravating. It'd been nice if e-ink would support a better flow of turning the page. What I would really like to do is take my finger and do like that and flip the page, or flip it back like that to go backward. Now, so now we're sitting there reading, and we can go next, and then we can go previous to go back a page. But you know, you're going to hold the ebook reader like this, and so you'll find that sometimes your hand will accidentally hit that and push it down when you don't mean it to. So let's take a look at some of the options that you can do when you're browsing the book. Down here at the bottom we have a menu option. We press that, and that gives us some options about to navigate. And to navigate, we can take the cursor and we can go down and say go to a location, or go to a bookmark that's already been set. We can add a bookmark. Then we can take a look at any notes and markings that we've made in this book. And then of course we can go shop the Kindle store. So we'll close this dialog box. Now, so I'm on this page. Let's go ahead and type a note so you can take a look at how the keyboard is responding and what it's like to type on this. So I'm going to put a note. You go up to the line where you want a note, and we'll put a note right. I'm scrolling. You have to watch this indicator to see where I'm going. We'll put a note right there, and I'll press, and now my choices are: I can close this dialog box, I can do a lookup, which basically does a lookup for all the major words on that line and gives you the definitions. I can highlight, or I can add a note. Let's go ahead and add a note, since that's what a lot of us do. As tablet PC users, we like to take notes on our devices. Now I'm gonna do it this way first, so you can watch when I'm typing and watch the response rate that it comes up here. So I'm just going to type, let's see, I'm going to zoom. Here we go. So you can see that. GBM. There's the space bar. Is cool. Okay, so you can tell there's a little bit of delay in there. Now I'm going to zoom in here. Let me just show you what this looks like first before I zoom in. This is how it feels to type. It actually feels pretty comfortable. That's what the fingers look like. Okay, and then you have scrolling, and of course there's your back key. So that's what the keyboard looks like. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in on this part so you can watch the response rate of my typing, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I'm going to see if I can find the backspace key. There it is. There's the backspace key. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and backspace. You see, I'm going to do backspace again. Backspace. Now it's gone. Backspace. Now it's gone. Tell it's a little bit slow. Backspace. And let's go ahead and type cool. Okay. So we'll do space,